Hello everybody, welcome back to another video where I talk about different topics. I am going to be talking about Dragon Ball The Breakers, or at least the most general aspects of Breakers, because I've been playing for about 30 hours, and in those 30 hours I've been playing Survivor and Frieza. That's it. I'm sure like Survivor and Raider are the roles, but I've only been playing Frieza. I didn't touch Cell, I didn't touch Boo. You know why? I don't like Cell or Boo compared to Frieza. Frieza's my favorite of all the three villains. And out of all the villains, he's my favorite. So I've been playing Frieza nonstop. I'm almost like level 30 something Frieza. I was level 50 something in the beta. But I'll do a different video about all three Raiders when I actually play the other two. But this will just be a general gameplay video, just about the two sides, Survivor and Raider. Which also I think we should petition for calling them the Breakers because it just sounds cooler than just Survivor. They're just Dragon Ball the Breakers, so it's the Breakers and then against the Raiders. It'd be neat. Anyways, we'll start with the Survivor gameplay. First, I have some points for about 4 points for each of the sides. For the Breakers, rush your power keys, or don't like rush them, but like you need to get your power keys. Once your team finds one, head right to the location and set it. Because if you don't, and the raider closes in and everyone's dying in one area, and you can't get that last key, they get the super time machine down, and you only have one escape time machine, and in like the area the raider's sitting in, you're gonna regret it. Set those power keys the moment they find them. Don't just dawdle around and like, oh no, it's fine. Someone else will get them. No, they won't. Go do it yourself, please. Because it's really annoying when that happens. And then you'll be kicking yourself when those keys aren't set, and then your team dies. And then you're like, yeah, that might have been my fault. Like, no one can really say anything to you after the match, but you know they're all looking at you. Number two, fight as a team. I know you get change power and everything, so it's like, yeah, I can fight the raider. We're both the same level. No, you can't. Your change power is limited, and it's a very valuable resource. Don't use it to go fight the raider by yourself 1v1, because chances are you're going to lose every single. No, if you fight the raider by yourself 100% of the time, you will not kill him. You will, unless they're like on like a sneeze away from death. Do not fight them by yourself. You're going to regret it. What you need to do, save your change power. So like if you need to like defend the super time machine or like you make a quick escape, you do that. Or if your team starts jumping, like if your team starts jumping him, then you join in. Don't fight him by yourself. Don't do that. So like if the raider finds like two guys and they both change and you're nearby, like you're like you can like literally see them, like clearly see them, then you can like get close and change too and like knock like 20% of his HP off. So that's something when you want to use this, but don't like use it by yourself. Also, when your team's fighting the raider, you need to jump in, especially when the super time machine's up. You need to jump in there, go rush super time machine, like start doing it. If you don't have any change power and your team's fighting the raider, go up and start working on it because you make it go faster. Sure, the raider might kill you, but you have skills. You have like the smoke bomb, the trap device, all that good stuff. You have those things, so you can you can fight the raider and keep him off you, even if you know if you don't have any change power, like rocket launchers, stuff like that, Vegeta gloves, like smokescreen keep the raider from locking onto you. Once you use it, he can't lock onto you anymore. He might still hit you if he aims right, but you have a less chance of getting knocked when you use smokescreen. So it's great to use smokescreen and trap devices around the time machine to waste the raider's time, and then stall it for the time machine to go out. And like even if you don't have any change power and you like no barrier or anything, and like the time machine's like literally a hair from being done and the raider's destroying it, run up to him and like press the fire button, because then you'll like your character will try and hit him and they'll force the raider to an animation of knocking you away, which takes up time, which lets the super time machine keep going. If he's not touching it, then it keeps going. So you need to like do whatever it takes to make sure that goes off, because if the raider gets too strong, which some of them will, it's like looking at the level fours over there, they get too strong to just fight. You're gonna have to just stall for the time machine. You're gonna need to stall for that. Next point, revive when possible. If you don't revive your teammates, you're not gonna have any help when the raider is literally hot on your trail and you cannot get away because you use grapple to get up to the mushrooms in Area C. You need to revive your teammates when possible, because if you revive them, they'll try to revive you because no one's reviving right now. I don't know what the issue is. Like, I'm not saying, like, the moment the Raider knocks him down, go up there, start reviving, like, yeah, I'm gonna get him before he finishes his anime. No, don't do that. But just, if someone's lying on the ground, you know the Raider's not there, go over there and help them. Like, I know people want to, like, oh, I can get some stuff on the way. Either you come back for it, or just leave it, because you need as many hands on deck as you can get. And letting people die because you didn't want to go get something, or you're like, oh, someone else will get them. No, they won't. Go get them. Go pick them up. If you get over there and someone else is over there, revive with them. It's faster that way. It goes from like 11 seconds to like 7 seconds with 2 people on it. It's a lot faster if multiple people reviving. Is what you need to do. You need to revive your teammates so you can go and jump the Raider at the end at the Super Time Machine, so you can have a better chance of all of you winning and getting out and getting more XP and getting to that Dragon Tier Battle Pass. Last point. Share your Dragon Balls, man. I'm so sick of seeing that one guy just have the one Dragon Ball and then not wanting to drop his Dragon Ball for the guy with like 7, or, like, not 7 obviously, but if someone has more Dragon Balls than you, give up your Dragon Balls. Just give them up. At least that's the rule of thumb I go by. Like, if someone has more Dragon Balls than me, like they have 5, I have 2, I'm giving my Dragon Balls, because it's just how it is. Because they got them, they got more. All right, hand them over. It makes you less of a target if you have less Dragon Balls. But like, give over your Dragon Balls if they have more. This is how it is. Like, don't be stingy. Like, no, drop me your Dragon Balls. I could kill the break. No, just give them the Dragon Balls. Stop being selfish. This is a team game. Being selfish in the breakers will not work out for you 99% of the time. There are those 1% times where you'll leave your team to die and sit and wait for the time machine to blow up, and then you're sitting in Area C hiding under the mushrooms with the escape time machine because you know where it spawns. But like, don't do that, because that's annoying. Just hand over your Dragon Balls. If someone has the Dragon Balls, they have more Dragon Balls than you, and someone's using like the Dragon Balls icon, that means they want you to drop the Dragon Balls. Just drop them your Dragon. Even if you were like, oh, I don't want to use the Dragon Ball, then just drop it. You don't have to use it. Drop them. Just drop them. If people want to use the Dragon Ball, just drop the Dragon Balls. Even before you go fight the Raider, go drop your Dragon Balls. Drop them off somewhere. Just don't. No. And if you have Dragon Balls and the Raider catches up to you, don't fight him. Stop that. Don't fight him. Leave. Leave right now. Or put your Dragon Balls away, then go fight him. Because you don't need... The last thing we need is for you to have 7. Oh, I need to say that guy would change level 1, or else he'll turn into the perfect Frieza. Or the perfect Cell or whatever. I'll use my change power and hit him and save that guy. Yeah, now Frieza's going to come after you, knock you down. He has all the Dragon Balls. And he gets a wish for immortality or whatever. Wow, look at that. You're stupid. You just wasted your wish. Don't do that. If you have Dragon Balls, that makes you a high priority target. Do not let him know you have Dragon Balls. If you have them, stash them away so he can't get them. Because if the Raider has a Dragon Radar, then there's not much you can do there. But if he has a Dragon Radar and he's catching on to you, just no. Just make sure you just run. Don't fight him. Run. Because if he has Dragon Balls, people can get away by stealing the Raider's Dragon Balls, that he can get away stealing your Dragon Balls. The Raider flies not as fast as the survivors. Plus, you can use your grappling hook while you're in change power, so you can just zip away as fast as possible. Or you can just use your Saiyan pod, even though it takes like 5 years for it to come down. You can do that. So, yeah. Share the Dragon Balls. Here's a quick tip for new players. When you go to the shop, go to the equipment section, get the power charger. It automatically brings you from level 0 to level 1 over time. So if you can't find any change power, that'll give you some time, it'll give you a little bit to do that, and it'll give you some defense options. Because if you don't have any change power, you're just going to get down by the Raider in 2 hits. So if you get the power charger, you'll get to level 1 in about like 30-ish seconds, along with getting a few change cubes, and be good. Another quick thing as Survivor. When you have senzu beans and you get knocked down by the Raider and you want to revive yourself, don't do that. Only do that if you know he's leaving to get somebody else, or like, I think that's literally it. Like, don't do that. Just don't pick yourself up unless you know he's going to leave you alone for like at least 20 seconds. Don't do that, because what's gonna happen is if you get knocked down, you're gonna get hit again, and then you'll be killed for good. Don't revive yourself with senzu beans. Use this for other people. Okay, so this part of the video is for the Raider gameplay. Raider, if you really want to win as Raider, go cross map all the time. You spawn in one area, go to one like directly diagonal from you. There's someone gonna be over there all the time. because the way the map is set up. They need to spawn people where they don't run into the raider at the same time. They don't run into the raider like immediately. So just go like, across the map, just fly right over, and then you'll find people before they get their change level, get some easy, straight to second stage or something like that. Like if you hear people, like keep your ears open too. If you hear people like, oh, someone help me, or like, where am I? Oh, boo, and then you can stop and go collect that energy. But otherwise, just go straight over there and go get them. And maybe you might snag yourself a Dragon Ball or two, because some people find them really early in the game. They spawn right next to them, and then you pick up a Dragon Ball. But just always go cross map if you're looking for a quick match. Like I know you wanted to search the area you're in, but the area across is much faster because it's it has people in it, so you'll get more energy that way. Area destruction. Always destroy the areas, at least try to do it before you go to the next stage. Because if someone has a power key for area C, and they haven't set it yet, blow that area up. If they have a power key for 2 areas, and you don't know which one to pick, which one's more annoying to look through in the end game? Blow that up. Always destroy areas makes the play area slot smaller for the survivors and makes it less places for you to look as the raider, and it's a lot easier for you to check on stuff. Also, destroy houses. That's just cover for survivors. Just destroy houses. Destroy houses with the key blast. Take like 2 seconds. Blow up houses. You see survivor equipment like zip lines and like bounce pads lying around. Blow those up. The little vehicles, blow those up because you can shoot them with the key blast. The little vending machines, you can shoot those. Blow those up so that you can't get change power and like cooldown drinks and rocket launchers. Blow those up. When you see them, blow them up. Next one, hide your Dragon Balls. If you have a lot of Dragon Balls and you don't know where, like you don't have a radar or anything, go find like a high up point or really hard to get point, and then just place your Dragon Balls down. Because then, if they don't have a radar, they can't get them. And if they do have a radar, it's going to be a tough time getting them. So you can go back and get your Dragon Balls. Like, you can put your Dragon Balls down as a radar. Go hide your Dragon Balls. Let's go hide them. Like, you have 5, alright. Because what you don't want, it's happened to me at least 3 times when I'm playing Breakers, is that you'll have your Dragon Balls, you'll fight somebody, they'll knock them out of your hands, because when you take damage, you will drop your Dragon Balls. You take damage, they'll drop them, they'll pick them up, and they'll zip line across the map and summon Shenron before you can fly over there. And there's nothing you can do about it because you fly so slow. So, hide your Dragon Balls, and all you need is like 1 more. Like, even if you can't get a bunch, if you have 1, it's better like if you get 1, stash it away, because then if they have 6, they can't summon the dragon because they don't have the last one. Another thing is Raider. I know it's to destroy the areas a bunch, but you might want to save your area destroying thing if you do not have any Dragon Balls. If you don't have any, save it. If you're like your 2nd or 3rd form, like you might want to save it sometimes, because if you don't have any Dragon Balls and you don't know where they are, you see them summoning Shenron off in the distance, you will need to use it to stop them. They can't summon it if that area is being destroyed currently. They can't finish it and leave while it's being destroyed. So if you see it, just press that button, go over, select the area to be destroyed, then it's going to blow the area up, scatter the Dragon Balls, and you have to collect them all over again. So, just don't let them, do that. So that's a good way to stop them from getting Dragon Balls if you can't catch them. If they run away with your Dragon Balls, destroy that area, and then you have to collect them all over again. Last couple things. 1, when there is 1 power key left and you're having a bad match, stay in that area. Do not leave. Stay in that area. Because what's going to happen if you leave that area and leave it vulnerable, they'll do it Super Time Machine, and then you'll have like 9 guys flying around you with Change Level 3 or whatever, or with a bunch of traps and whatnot, and you can't get to the time machine and stop it because they're stalling you and wasting your time. And then supplies will drop because supplies drop super late for whatever reason. Supplies will drop, and then you'll be they'll be going for round 2. So stay in that area as long as you can to knock people out, and it's even better if you can find the area. It's like the exact spot where the power key needs to be set, because then you can sit there in that area and they can't do it while you're there. And just like you can watch that area as you're flying around. It's like, alright, is anyone doing that? No? Okay, cool. Another thing you can do is get power key radar. You find the power key radar, that's even better, because then you can defend that area so much better, because you know exactly where you need to grab the power key, so you can defend that instead, and that's a lot easier to defend, because you can see if it's been taken or not, because it's a big, like, little floating thing above the box. It's great. If you're like, oh no, he's camping, but as a raider, it's a 8v1 or yeah, it's like a 7v, it's a 7v1, it's like a 7v1. You need to pull out all the stops. You can't be playing nice. You have to just play the game. Like you can be nice if you want, but like you if you want to win, then just do that. Uh, Last point, the super time machine, destroy it. Once it comes down, go blow it up. Don't wait, blow it up. Because what's gonna happen is you'll be just chasing somebody. They'll be juking you. They'll be breaking your ankles, and then the super time machine will activate, and you'll die. Destroy it the moment you get it. Don't like destroy it. Like there's okay. Don't destroy. Don't like start destroying it, then leave it, because then it's gonna regress. Like once it gets like its red shield, it can't go back to yellow or blue. But you need to blow that up as quick as possible. Do not let it get to its last bar of progress. Don't do that. Just blow it up. Because you blow it up, then you have escape time machines, and then if you destroyed areas, then you know which areas they'll have to go to, and you can see them from eyesight, or you can send if you're Frieza sends Zarma Doria out, your Boo and Cell, you can key sense and see them, but do not let that time machine like linger for more than like a minute at the very most, and that's like I wouldn't even advise a minute, like more than I wouldn't say like more than 20 seconds. Do not let it go off because if it does, you just lose, and all that progress you or that good game you had just went down the drain. Do not do that to yourself. All right, so I think that's everything. I'll let you guys. I'll come back and talk more about the Raiders like Frieza and Cell and Boo, and hopefully I'll do it before season 2 drops, and then we'll get Great Vegeta, and then I'm not sure if it's a new mode, but before Great Vegeta and the new map, but yeah, I will hurry back and do that, so you can give you guys some more tips about the Raiders and whatnot, because oh boy, I have some thoughts already, but I can't really give much of an informed decision if I haven't done that yet. So, anyways, I will see you guys. Bye bye.